A minute later, I realized I've been arguing with the recording while 3 people behind me watched in complete silence. What is up, everybody?
What's up? What's up? What's going on? How are you doing on this fine day, my brother?
It is your boy Ahmad back for another video, and today I'll be reacting to your cringe moments that you sent in to me through Google Forms. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say I apologize if I don't sound as enthusiastic as I usually do. I just woke up, so yeah, bear with me. And also, before we get started, I appreciate it if you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I really appreciate it and it helps out the channel. If you don't do it, I will find you. Don't play with me now, I will find you. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Alright, so the first submission comes in from GTG, King of Art. Alright, so one time in the 9th grade, I was new to a school. I really loved this girl, so in my natural science class... Loved is a strong word, buddy. Anyway, so I asked for her phone number. She said she didn't have a phone, so it didn't hurt. Until I saw her sitting next to me using her phone the very next day. I think she forgot she had lied to me. I was upset because they say the worst she can say is no. I dozed a bullet because now she acts and chills with the bops of the school now. I think you mean dodged a bullet, but yeah, you for real dodged a bullet. Don't be with no pop girl. No. We don't do that.
We don't do that here.
But yeah, that is very cringe though. That is very cringe. I can't say that's happened to me, but I can only imagine how cringe that is. Especially sitting right next to her as she's using her phone, knowing like she lied like the other day. That's cringe. All right, sorry if I mispronounced your name, but this one comes from Owen/Linque Edits. So one time, I was talking to a group of girls and they said, "Is that Riz?" And one of them offered to be my girlfriend. And my dumb self said, "Sure, why not?" Little did I know she played me. It was a joke. And 2 weeks later, she kissed a girl right in front of me. I'm cooked, bruh, beyond safe. Oh man, my condolences to you. I'm sorry this happened to you, man. I'm sorry.
Wow, man. Damn.
Yeah, trust me. I speak from experience. I know how it feels to be played. You know, if you watch my previous video where I talk about this like Latina girl who played me, yeah, I know how it feels to get played. It really sucks, bro. It really sucks. But yeah, this is pretty cringe. All right, so the next response comes in from Saint X Runner. Pretending to be a hero in Aura Farm out in public. LOL. Yeah, this is pretty cringe. I mean, obviously, like if you're outside, you know, like dressed up as like Batman or something going around, like, yeah, that's pretty cringe. You know, that is pretty cringe, you know, and you think you're aura farming, but you're not, you know? All right, this response comes in from VK. I was watching a movie called Norbit. It was peak, but a little of the corner. So me and my family were having a movie, like you watching that Batman movie. Yeah. If you haven't seen that video, it's on one of these corners. So I watched this movie and knew everything, so when the movie started, it was okay until the quarter of the movie, where it was a character's big black, yeah, was in the gym, nothing that bad until they show us the trainer, Z-Master. So the master makes the woman there do stuff like tweaking and looking down at their butts. So I go to my room and start grinding Fortnite. It was the only thing I knew to say, so do sometime. This grammar, man. So do some kind of this needs a B tier because it wasn't that bad, but peace. And that wasn't the only cringe thing that ever happened to me. Yeah,
What the fuck is this? I don't know.
One, that was kind of hard to read, and two, yeah, that is cringe. And yes, I have watched the Nora movie, and yes, it was with my parents. So yeah, I 100% know what you're talking about, and I have also been in that situation. It is not fun. It is not fun whatsoever. All right, so our next response is from someone anonymous. I remember back when I was in 10th grade, I chose life sciences as one of my electives. And I was so excited to do it because my natural sciences, which is basically the basics of life sciences, was my favorite subject the previous year. But on the first day in class, I heard the teacher's voice. I left out a little snicker because it was so high-pitched and squeaky, and he had this annoying stutter, and me and my classmates couldn't understand him, and his teaching style was cringy as freak. And I failed life sciences, so I switched it to business studies. I'm not sure you'll get it because I think you had to be there to understand. Nah, I think I get it. I think I get it. At least I think I do. You know, your teacher had like a really high-pitched, squeaky voice, and I guess it was really funny and left out a couple of laughs. But yeah, I think I get it though. All right, so this response comes in from Purple36. So during freshman year, I would dance with my headphones in the cafeteria to a song I really liked despite not being the best at it. And to this day, I cringe at that moment. Yeah, I can see that definitely being really cringe, bro. Especially if like people were in the cafeteria, which I'm assuming, since who's never in the cafeteria? Like, come on. But yeah, I'm sure that was very cringe for you, man. I've never been in that situation, thankfully. I don't dance in no cafeteria. I don't dance with anybody around, really, unless I'm in my room, nobody sees me, then I'm dancing. But yeah, that is pretty cringe. All right, this one comes from an anonymous person as well. I called one girl at my school my crush name. That girl turned, and it was not her. All right, so I think what he was trying to say is that he called a girl, like this like random girl, his crush's name, and she turned around and obviously wasn't his crush. It was some random girl. While that is cringe, it's not the cringiest thing I've heard, you know? Now, if you like pulled up to her with like a pickup line and then she turned around and it wasn't your crush, obviously, yeah, that is incredibly cringe. And yeah, I'd be cringing on that moment until this day. But the fact that you just called her name, I mean, it's not that cringe. It's not too cringe. I can live with that. I can live with that. It's not the worst. All right, this response comes in from Kevin Wilson. All right, there's literally no commas or periods or grammar really in this response, so bear with me, y'all. Well, there's this girl I really like, but I don't know why she acts like she's avoiding me. But when she sees me with the other girl, she gets rude. So one day she told me she liked me too and want to talk to me. I made me buy her snacks. Dang, I feel for it. And though, I think you mean fell for it. So out that day, she avoided me. And when she was ready to talk and called me to meet her, I did, and we sat there in silence. I kept bringing up topics, but she was quiet. Then she stood up and said she's going somewhere. When I stood to follow her, she was like, bye, I really enjoyed the conversation. It was awkward as heck and felt so used because I bought her snacks. Yeah, bro, you were played. I might be wrong about this, but to me, it sounds like she was jealous whenever you would talk to other girls. And when you finally gave her a chance, she, of course, didn't like you. And maybe she just used you to get snacks the whole time. Maybe that was the whole agenda. I don't know. But yeah, that's very cringe, bro. That's very sad and cringe. All right, this one's anonymous too. One time in summer school, I went for fun, not because I was dumb. I was actually smarter than everyone in my grade. So I went up a grade for math and reading. We had a water balloon fight. My shorts got wet, but then we played outside and my shorts fell. I pulled them up as fast as possible. Wow. You had something on under those shorts, because if you didn't, yeah, that's awkward. But yeah, it sounds like to me you didn't have to put in that whole summer school thing. I think you just wanted to say you were smart. But yeah. All right, this response comes from someone named Red Hood. It was freshman year of high school. I didn't know how to talk to girls, so I thought, hey, let me write a poem. Oh boy. I wrote the poem, then secretly left it on this beautiful girl's table on Valentine's Day without a name. A few days later, her friends started asking me if my friend wrote the poem. And I was like, yeah, he did. I think you're leaving out some context here, Red Hood. Like, did she like the poem? Because, I mean, if she liked the poem, then why didn't you just say you made it, you know? Like, now, if she didn't like it, you probably dodged a bullet. But still, though, putting it on your friend is kind of crazy, bro. I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, I mean, If she did like the poem, then I mean, it's not cringe, but I mean, I can understand why this is cringe, but overall, I think it really depends on how she took the poem. You know, if she liked it, cool, you should have went with that. If she didn't,
You dodged a bullet.
all right, this response comes in from a guy named Joseph. I was at a self-checkout machine. It said, please place an item in the bagging area, thinking the machine was voice controlled. I replied, okay, 1 second. The machine repeated itself. I answered again. I said, I'm doing it. A minute later, I realized I've been arguing with the recording while 3 people behind me watched in complete silence. I can just imagine this, like someone like in front of me, like arguing with the like self-checkout machine. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is incredibly cringe. You know, this is incredibly cringe. I'm not gonna lie. This might be the cringiest one in the entire video. I'm not even gonna lie. I could see some people doing this in real life and it being like cringe as freak, bro. But yeah, yeah, this one's funny. This might be my favorite one throughout the entire responses so far. This one's funny. All right, so this response comes from a guy named Pugboy. One of my cringiest moments is when I was 7. I walked up to my friend and told her I love you. The entire class laughed as I ran off into the bathroom to try to shake it off.
Wow, man. Damn.
All right, so this response comes from a guy named Julian. I was talking to my crush and I told a dumb joke and we just sat in awkward silence for 1 minute. We never spoke again after that. I think we need to hear the joke, man. I think we need to hear the joke because depending on how cringy the joke was, really like puts into perspective how cringy this moment was. Either way, dumb jokes are incredibly cringy, especially when you're around the baddies. So yeah, I can definitely understand this one. Sorry for you, Julian. And last but not least, our last response comes from a guy named C. I used to imagine I was so tough that I got all the girls. Yeah, that's cringe, bro. That's cringe. Anyway, I think that is it for all the responses. Thank you guys for putting in your cringy moments in the Google Forms. Yeah, this was fun. This was fun. Some of y'all need to work on your grammar though, because some of these were like really difficult to read, not gonna lie. Like I had to do like multiple takes on some of these for real. But yeah, if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know what to do. And yeah, I hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous day. And I'll catch you on the next one. Ahmad